Get your school holiday football fix these April school holidays. With tailored football development sessions for all. Filled with skills, games and fun from accredited coaches. With options of single days and multiple camp days. The Football South Australia April School Holiday Camps. Sign up now at footballsa.com.au.
It's never too late to improve your strength, balance, well-being and independence. Our Strength for Life program encourages all older South Australians to start moving and enjoy an active lifestyle, make friends, build strength and inevitably age well. Strength for Life sessions are offered in almost 100 locations across South Australia, with new sites opening all the time. Check out the COTA SA website to find your nearest location.
Strength for Life is an individualised program which is delivered in a group setting. We aim to keep older South Australians connected with their community, preventing social isolation and also keeping their bodies strong, flexible, managing falls and keeping them engaged. We're super excited to be partnering with Football SA at this state-of-the-art location. It's a beautiful venue. It will really benefit the local community through the Northfield and Jeps Cross surrounding areas to be able to access Strength for Life. And together we are working to improve everyone's futures.
And it's Adelaide, Croatia Raiders time.
Right out, goes top corner, Anderson in.
A captain's contribution for Luke Klimek.
Written in the stars for Nicholas Foucault.
Oh my God, that's another one for Montbury Tech.
It's Fabian Barbiero.
Your NPL champions, Adelaide United.
Parahills Knights, squad of Delendas, Robinson, Adeo, Vera, Ole, and Tulas, Baxter, Gordon Stewart, Miracle Mama, Hussain, Alvera, Haradi, Hassan, Smith, Asawi, Salita, Hassani, McCall, Comment, McCall, Coach Theo Tierney's, and assistant Tony Valhoppers.
The men's RD8 NPL South Australia here at the Croatian Sports Centre between Adelaide Croatia Raiders and Parahills Knights. The Seedly 1 Grand Final rematch being played in the top division this season for the first time. Looks to be a very intriguing encounter. For this one, Samuel. He always loved the game. Yes, beautiful face. Should be a very good one. We covered this game last year as well in the grand final. It was a very, very fun game that one turned out to be.
Yeah, well, that was a good night, wasn't it?
Of course, over all the times they met in State League 1 last season, each game contained at least one red card. The grand final having the two going the way of Oliveira and Rakudo. One of those who's starting today, which we'll talk about in a moment, and then the other two Raiders getting a red card in their 5-3 loss at the Paddocks, and then Parahills getting a red card
in their 2-1 win here at the Croatian Sports Centre. Looking from that as well, it's also interesting as well, you see that Raiders didn't actually beat Para Hills in the regular season last year in State League 2. They only beat them in the grand final.
Is that right? Actually, I think I knew that.
As we wait for both sides to come out, we'll go through the starting lineups, starting with the home side for Adelaide Croatia Raiders. Number 3, their captain for today, Manly Barnett. Number 5, Bradley Corbo. Number 8, Callum Campbell. Number 10, Katsuyoshi Kimishima. Number 14, Oliver Zafridis. Number 18, Paul Radici. Number 19, Reece Thompson. Number 22, in goal, Vincent Barbaro. Number 24, Frank Busasa. Number 26, Yuto Ikeda. And number 31, Stefan Matteo with head coach Vlado Blacheka. Going to the away side of Para Hills Knights, number 6, Lionel Muhatira. Number 8, Vian Kurikwamana. Number 10, their captain, Diego Santos de Oliveira. Number 11, Ali Reyes Maradi. Number 14, Lawan Hassan. Number 15, Lansana Smith. Number 16, Cairo Felix. Number 17, Omid Musawi. Number 19, Sayed Husseini. Number 23, Harrison Comet. And number 99, Yanni Delengis in goal with head coach Theo Tsunis. Refereeing staff for today, in the middle, Andrew Kite with assistant referees Dion Turner and Liam Tuvey to adjudicate this one. This 3 p.m. kickoff in round 8 of the men's RAA NPL South Australia. First and second in State League 1 last season, both making their way up to NPL South Australia.
Yes, well, we got 4th on the table versus 8th, although I think prior to last night's games, Para Hills were 7th, but they dropped down a spot last night after the 2 games that were played last night. So 4th versus 8th. Croatia Raiders, 4 wins in a row. Haven't lost since 5 weeks ago, or 5 games ago, should I say. So they're on a bit of a roll. Para Hills coming in after a loss last week. But prior to that, a win, 2 losses, and a win in their last 5. So Raiders would be the favourites, I would say.
In red-hot form, absolutely.
Not that I'm a betting man.
Para Hills themselves coming off that 5-0 loss to Metro Stars, which they were beaten pretty comprehensively at the paddocks.
Yeah, that would have been a wake-up call for them, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it? It would take a bit for them to get back on their feet after that. That would have been a bit of a shock, but this is the game to do it, isn't it? The team that's 4th, just above you, so this is the game to do it.
Referee has the whistle to his mouth, ready to get this one underway here at the Croatian Sports Centre. It'll be Lansana Smith to get the kickoff going. Oliveira already trying to manoeuvre his way through, and he falls to Frank Busasa, who seems to be lighting the league on fire as of late. Scored that winning goal against FK Beograd last week. Is shown to be a real danger to opposition defences. Touched on by Conant. Kimishima. Delengis launching forward, looking for Masawi. Corbo going to Ikeda. Looking forward. Will go out for the throw. Conant getting on the end of this one, possibly looking for the ball forward for Smith. Making the run through, gets past one. Puts the ball into the box for Oliveira. A good save from Vincent Barbaro, and the man who got sent off in this fixture last year gets the first shot underway.
Yeah, good build-up play and nice end result, but a good stop, wasn't it?
Vincent Barbro seems to be the first choice goalkeeper this year, with John Solari now on the bench. And you can see why when he makes saves like that week in, week out. Corner to come in. Headed in by Oliveira. Only just coming back into the starting 11 after suspension. Kurikwamana has the shot. Not threatening the keeper enough.
Not really, but he worked hard to get the space, Kurikwamana, and got the shot in. But yeah, a little bit weak and low, and sort of balled out quite harmlessly in the end. But good goal at Para Hills Knights, and they're hoping to capitalise on this early pressure.
Muhatira has to deal with just the ball down initially. Felix. Ali Razmarad, sorry. Hassan. Hussein, he couldn't get that touch off initially. Felix does well. Oliveira. Slight trot on the feet by Bisasa there. Throwing. Oliveira. Look central for Connor. Scored in Para Hills' opening match of the season against his former side, Modbury Jets. Played for them in the Australia Cup as well. Game just across the road from here against MacArthur, their 4-0 loss. Dwight York was still the manager of MacArthur at that time. Kimishima couldn't get the touch on for the ball. Just launching the ball forward. Smith trying to use his pace to get in the way.
Closing down with Para Hills Knights. Oliveira seems to be everywhere in these early stages, doesn't he? Seems to be bringing it up in the back, coming forward, picking up in the midfield and moving forward. Seems to be everywhere. Oliveira just now is the number 10 over the far side again. Para Hills Knights.
As we said, just coming back from suspension, seems to be a player that they do miss at times. The captain as well, for this game at least. Shows they have a lot of trust in him.
So his next suspension.
Can be very prone to a red card though, as we said. Only just coming off of one. Got a late red card in the final. Here's Smith, making his way into the box.
Corner, yeah. Solid tackle by Reece Thompson, the Croatia Raiders number 19, playing a holding 6 midfield role just now. Solid tackle. That was a good chance for goals for Para Hills Knights there. As he prepares to take the corner on the far side.
This corner to come in. Headed in. Rose high, but couldn't get it on target. Para Hills looking forward now. Kurikwamana putting the ball wide. Nasawi puts the cross in. They'll get another corner out of it. A good start for Para Hills.
Another corner over the far side for Para Hills Knights, and good build up again. For me, over these first 5-6 minutes, they've been the better of the two sides. Couple of chances on goals, and here's another one.
Another corner to come in just under 10 minutes. Ball into the box. We'll take another goal kick out of this one. And a good start so far for Para Hills, David.
Yeah, for me, they've been the better of the two sides. Their build-up play's been good, and Croatia Raiders haven't really threatened yet. Struggling to get out a little bit here as Reece Thompson's bundled off the ball and play on his wave.
Croatia having the effort from range.
And no complaints there from Raiders. It was just a battle of strength there, and Thompson came off second best. Raiders just struggling to get out of their half at this moment in time, and Para Hills Knights will be hoping to capitalise on some of this early pressure and get themselves into a lead.
We saw a similar thing happen last week where FK Beograd had all the early pressure and Croatia had that penalty, and then all that sort of went away once that penalty went in. This effort to be saved by Barbaro had plenty of strength on it.
Barbaro looked grateful to receive that, didn't he? Yeah, the Croatia Raiders just soaking it up just now. But you know what? If Para Hills Knights can't get the ball in the net, this early pressure's all for nothing. They've got to get something out of this if it's to pay off.
Felix looks for the ball in. Just a collision there, nothing more. They'll launch forward quickly. Pagonis playing ball boy over there, taking photos as he normally does. Ball forward from Kurikwamana. Conant wants to get on the end of this one, does so. Looking for the option. Gets it central to Smith. Smith attempting the shot from the edge of the box, but got blocked.
Yeah, Raiders got back in numbers there, so that kept the threat at bay, or at least kept it at distance. So better defending by them, I think, there to get back behind the ball after Conant had received it on the far side, and then Smith subsequently had his effort blocked.
Well worked. Again, just trying to look to have an effort on goal at this point. Gets through.
One of those Irish dancers, isn't it?
Well done there by Ahmed Musawi, the Afghanistan international. All a part of their most recent World Cup qualifying fixtures. Came on against India as well. A 0-0 draw inside, which had the likes of Sunil Chetri, a legend of Indian football and Asian football as a whole.
They played two legs there, I think, didn't they? Didn't they play one game in Saudi Arabia that was like effectively Afghanistan's home game, and then they went to India to play the second game?
Yep, and that was where they got the 0-0.
Yeah. Beat 2-1, didn't they? Was it 2-1?
Possibly.
Didn't they beat India 2-1 in the second game? It's a wee while ago. I don't mean to put you on the spot, you know. I'm just thinking out loud, and sometimes I shouldn't do that.
All I know is that the most recent game was that 0-0 against India, where he came on with 10 minutes to go in India.
I think from memory, when they played in the second game, I think it was a 2-1 win. Wasn't it a 2-1 win for Afghanistan? We'll have to check that at half-time and get back to you, because everybody on the edge of the seats waiting for the answer to that one. As we look back here towards the midfield battle here, as Para Hills Knights emerge with possession. The ball was eventually played all the way back to Mitsoulis.
Smith looking for the header.
Play just been a little bit scrappy over the last couple of minutes. Hasn't quite had that flowing movement that it did over the first sort of 10 as we move into the sort of 12th, 13th minute now. But I think Raiders have started to settle a little bit. They've slowed the game down a little bit, and they've kept the ball away from Para Hills Knights, which I think has been important for them. Keep possession. Can't score if you ain't got the ball, right?
Here's one man who can score, Frank Busasa. It's a lovely ball. Could be their first entry into the box for the afternoon. Doesn't stay in there for long. Ball a bit too much on it for Smith to get on the end of. Came on as a sub in that State League 1 Grand Final, did Lansana Smith, the 56th minute. Thrown on the far side, right in front of the Para Hills bench. Throw in, making it to almost the halfway line. Lovely skill from Smith. Chonan gets fouled in the process. Free kick to Para Hills. Hero. Hassan goes back to Delengus. Barnett puts the ball forward. Busasa couldn't kick that one in with his head.
The Knights certainly look like a team that have that shouldn't have lost 5-0 when they played the Metro Stars last. They look like a side that are playing better football this week. Holding on to possession a bit better than I was kind of expecting they would, and making good use of the ball. The first 10 minutes I think they were the better side, but it dropped off a little bit over the last 2 or 3 minutes. But they look comfortable.
Oliveira. Good ball forward. Connick couldn't get the touch off initially. Chasing in is Rise Morati.
Oh.
Good save. Then the strike. Makes it underneath. Vincent Barber and Obin Masawi. Makes it 1-0.
Nice finish after the initial block with Barbero, but nice finish in the end, wasn't it, by Masawi? And I think that's a deserved lead that Para Hills Knights had taken. They go 1-0 up, and it's a fair reflection of play, I think, over these first 15, 16 minutes or so.
The way he took that strike, almost hit it into the ground, and I think that bobble just fooled Barbaro.
Yeah, it's a nice way to finish. It's a striker's finish, isn't it, when you're hitting it to the ground like that? And, you know, if it's bobbling as it's coming towards you as a goalkeeper, it makes it so much more difficult. Interesting to see the body language of the Raiders players, kind of hands on hips and heads down a little bit. There's about 6 players out there with their hands on their hips and heads just sort of look a little bit down, but they're not certainly not out of this, but I think that 1-goal lead for Para Hills Knights is a fair reflection of play, and it'll be up to Croatia Raiders to lift their game and try and get back into this.
Do you think maybe such a big game like the game against Beograd, after working so hard, thinking about, for a lot of players, that's the game they look forward to, seeing offside, that might have taken a bit out of them for this week?
Yeah, maybe that was billed more highly than it should have been. internally, I'm not talking about outside, you know, with the public, but maybe there was so much focus put on that they kind of forgot about what was coming the following week. Look, they're not outclassed, they just look a little bit disorganised, a little bit out of shape. I mean, I've noticed a wee Scottish guy, Callum Campbell. Callum Campbell's just looks a little bit odd to see. He's the number 8 in the sort of holding mids. So it looks like Raiders are playing with 2 holding midfielders. The number 8 there, Campbell, and then Reece Thompson, who's just got the ball just now. It looks like that's what they're playing with, those 2 guys, playing just slightly deeper in the midfield. And Thompson's been good. He's been in it, but Campbell's just looks a little bit out of place. So maybe just need to get their structure a wee bit, readdress their structure. Maybe that's just not what's quite working.
Frank Busasa does really well initially to get the ball. Oliveira on the edge of the box. Busasa comes in. Smith. Kumana. Caro Felix on the left. Looks for the ball inwards. Can chase after it again. Still going with it. Cleared away by Yuto Ikeda.
This is an unchanged Raiders team as well from last week too. It's the same starting 11 that started against Beograd as well. There's no changes. Para Hills Knights have got a few changes. They've got a couple of ins and outs, but it's an unchanged Raiders starting 11.
Poor ball from the goal scorer Masawi. Gives it right away. Here's Campbell. Musasa wasn't ready on the right wing. Oliveira being told to go to the sideline. Para Hills Knights temporarily down to 10 for the time being until Oliveira comes back on. Ikeda. Safridis. Thompson. Just looking for a way through. Oliveira still on the sideline, getting whatever treatment that he's told to be get by the referee. Not too sure, but not what Para Hills will want at this early stage, having to play with 10 temporarily, especially under pressure like this with the ball in the box. Can deal with it, still deals with it, Muhatira. Needs to be cleared. Is so by Hassan. Smith tries to get the header on. I'm not too sure what the deal is with Oliveira. Perhaps it's maybe possible cut.
Yeah, it looks like it's facial. And if it's blood, then he'll have to stay off until they stem the flow, but it's hard to tell from this distance whether there is a bleed.
Oliveira seems to be ready to come back on now. Waiting to be waved on by the referee as Raiders get forward. The cross will come in, cleared away.
Yeah, he's coming on now, but the referee would have been a bit loath to stop play to allow someone to come on during the middle of an attack, so he had to wait for that little phase to finish. He's gone over, had a quick look, and Oliveira's back on, so I'm assuming it's blood.
Pretty sure the rule is when you've got a player that's come after some sort of injury like that temporarily, the referee can't stop play until the ball's on the opposite side. So because the ball was coming down that left wing, he obviously couldn't bring Oliveira back in, otherwise probably could have just tackled as he was coming on.
That makes sense. A lot of the rules that IFAB make up don't make sense, but that one does. Raiders in possession now at the back, looking to try and build up. Akira with the ball now on the left-hand side.
Kimishima, not the greatest of touches, but still keeps it for Raiders, and then the poor pass gives it straight away to Kwamana.
Yeah, that was cool, wasn't it? Straight to Kwamana's feet.
Hassan. Oliveira. They look a different side this week, Para Hills.
Absolutely.
Curry Felix against Busasa. Two players who have been having impressive seasons so far for both of their sides. Lovely bit of skill there. Oliveira. Kwamana. This is good to watch from Para Hills, I must say.
Yeah, they look comfortable in the ball, don't they? They don't look like they're under any pressure. There always seems to be a spare man, so they're making space really well. Connaught with the ball.
Perhaps looks at the strike on his left. Goes out for the throw. Just over a quarter of the way through the 90 minutes. Croatia have had really no way through at all.
Yeah, I'd agree with your summation there. I think you're right. I think Para Hills Knights have just looked more accomplished going forward. Croatia, the Raiders just haven't had the answers yet. And just think, as I mentioned earlier, I think maybe structurally Raiders just haven't quite got it in the same way that Para Hills Knights have.
Oliveira on the ball. I think perhaps looking for Connaught, but...
Yeah, I think Connaught was the target and just hit his run, but he didn't run. He didn't run at all, so not that he was probably anticipating the ball to go there, but the idea was right.
Asking for a possible foul at that play, but nothing seen to by the referee. It's fair enough, I think. Kwamana. Smith, pressured by Ikeda, still gets away with it, the Para Hills Knights man. Connaught with the ball now on the right wing. Raiders looking down the wing. Every single time they seem to get the ball within about 10 or 20 seconds, Para Hills just get the ball back.
Yeah, they're quick to retrieve once they've lost possession. Para Hills Knights, in that transition period between losing possession and 5-10 seconds that follow, Para Hills Knights are quite quick to try and get it back. Croatia Raiders less so, I would say, when they lose it.
Corbo. Campbell. We'll go back to Barnett. Thompson with the ball to the left. Ball comes in. His fifth of the season. Makes it 1-1.
Nice touch, wasn't it? Radici, well, he's the top scorer right there. He scored 4 goals out of these two teams. Radici's scored 4 goals in the 8 games so far. So the top scorer for Raiders gets another one. Makes it 5 for the year. And the disco music comes on.
Radici scored that goal last week against FK Beograd, and another important one comes from him to make it 1-1. And again, a situation where I don't think they really had a shot proper on goal yet, and that was a bit of a scrappy one itself.
It was a bit scrappy. In fact, I'd be surprised if it didn't come off his back. It kind of looked like it came off his back rather than his head, but they all count. It doesn't really matter, but this back's a 1-1, and Para Hills Knights will be disappointed with that because it kind of looked like Radici rose unchallenged. I mean, it was all quite quick. I haven't seen the replay yet, but Radici didn't look like he was challenged. But yeah, that's another goal for Radici. Takes him up to 5 for the year. 2 ahead of his teammates Busasa, Trimboli and Matteo, who are all on 3. Para Hills Knights, for the records of their top scorers on the ball now. Conant has got 2 for the year. Smith and Massawi have both got 2, although Massawi's up to 3 now, having scored earlier on, but not a high scoring team, Para Hills Knights.
An average of 1.57 goals a game, to be exact.
1.57.
But also 2.57 goals against per game, so they tend to concede a lot more than they tend to score.
76.4% of all statistics are made up on the spot, though.
I've done my work, done my maths.
No, I think you're right. You're very good, so I'm sure you're right as the ball comes in.
With Sasa coming into the box to do his defensive work. Just for the record as well, Adelaide Croatia Raiders 2.71 goals scored per game this season, and 1.85 goals against per game.
Per game, right, yep. That was Para Hills Knights.
That was Croatia Raiders.
That's Croatia Raiders, yeah.
So one team that tends to score about 3 goals a game.
Yeah.
One team that tends to concede about 3 goals per game.
Yeah. This is going to end up 6-3.
The reserves game right before this, I think they did 6-3, 7-3, something like that. So certainly hope for more goals here. Just under half an hour play. Maradi dealing with this and taking it out for the throw. Smith winning that header. Conant now. Gets it central. Plenty of space for Massawi to run into. Oliveira. It's dealt with in the end by Zafridis. Taken right next to where all the Croatia Raiders substitutes are doing their warm-ups. Ikeda just has to clear the ball. Conan. Poor chance from Campbell there, just slightly late. And the first booking of the match as well to go the way of Campbell.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of frustration there. I think Conant had got past Campbell and Campbell just left a leg out. That would be sore. It looked like it was on the shin, but Conant's back up on his feet.
Good free kick range for Para Hills Knights and Oliveira to take. There's confirmation there of that yellow card in the 30th minute for Para Hills. Oliveira on the free kick, looks to go for goal. Misses it.
Yeah, a bit disappointing, but was he trying to aim for the target there? If he was, it wasn't a great shot. And if it was a cross, then, well, it was miles off where his teammates were. Massawi put some pressure on there on the Raiders back line. They looked to clear up the right-hand side.
Barbara to Ikeda. Barnett.
Raiders looking a little bit more confident in the ball now, eh? Just since the goal. We have chance
He is
for Campbell.
offside here. Well done by Delengis, just to get in the way. to even possibly get a free kick given the other way. That'll be one there, though. You often see keepers come out for those types of balls and get sent off more than most of the time.
You've got to get the timing just right, haven't you? But no, I think he did. I think he nailed it there. I think I might have referred to Delingus as Matsulis earlier on. Not only getting the names mixed up, but the positions and everything. So my apologies for that.
Musawi trying to make his way through.
Corbo read it well, though, didn't he?
Lovely body used there by Hosseini. Looking for Smith. Takes it a bit wide. Goal kick given.
It's interesting that Smith appeared to not play the ball. Like maybe he thought he was offside, but he wasn't. So maybe not sure what was going through his mind there. As Raiders emerge with a Corbo on the left and the right hand side now for Raiders.
Romano just slipping on the floor. Couldn't beat Radici to the ball. Romano. Foul by Campbell. Campbell now has to be careful now.
Yeah, he's on a yellow, and I think that little trip, that little foul with Campbell's came about as a result of frustration. Maybe felt he was having the mickey taken.
Husseini. Oliveira. Lovely ball. Snuck through. Comes in. Thinks about hitting it first time, did Musawi. Has a more thought out attempt. I'll reset this attack. Kurukumana. Muhatira. Easy foul given there by the referee.
Yeah, appeared to be hands in the back, didn't it, by Radici, but Raiders, I mean, the pressure's back on Raiders again. I think Para Hills Knights have lifted again, but Raiders are actually coping better with it now than I think they were in those first 10, 15 minutes. So while Para Hills Knights might have the upper edge just now, Raiders are dealing with it better.
Foul there and a free kick to be given. Just to go around the grounds this past weekend in the RNPL. This weekend of games started on Thursday night, a 2-2 draw between FKB and Campbelltown City. And the two games last night, South Adelaide and Croydon playing out a 2-2 draw where all those goals were scored in really quick succession quite early. And then Adelaide City losing once again, this time to Adelaide United Youth, where Amlani Tatu came on and scored a brace. So still Adelaide City continuing on that poor start, which they'll want to change sometime soon.
Yeah, it's not exactly where we thought Adelaide City would be at this time of year, is it?
Muhatira having to deal with this one. And Adelaide City, as of right now, third from bottom, just in front of Adelaide Olympic and South Adelaide, who are probably two teams that were predicted to be around there.
Yeah, I think most of us had Adelaide City up and sort of looking at finals at least, you know, top six, top four maybe. I mean, they finished third and fourth last year from memory, and you know, it's a big change. What a difference a few months can make. Calendar months, that is, as opposed to seasonal months.
Okay. Ball bouncing perhaps slightly unkindly. Just has to clear it any which way in the end.
He read the spin of it well, though, didn't he? And he's got rid of the danger. It did seem to take a long time to come back down from the bounce, didn't it?
Dealt with by Mohotira. The goal scorer, Masawi, couldn't get on the end of that one. Busasa. Twisting and turning his way through Campbell. Not offside.
Patient build-up play, isn't it? You know, they probe up one side, they got the left-hand side, up the left flank, it doesn't work out. This is Raiders, then they come back, cross over to the right, and repeat the process, trying to probe up through the right-hand side, and it doesn't work, they rebuild and reset. So they've definitely improved in their build-up over the first 15 minutes. The first 15 minutes for me, they looked a little bit uncertain, a little bit shaky, but now they've got it together.
Looking even further around the ground in State League 1 at the moment. Western Strikers and Cumberland United 1-1 there. And between Salisbury and Adelaide Blue Eagles, it's 2-1 the way of Salisbury United at home. Perhaps going on for another shock result this weekend.
I cannot remember any of my tips.
I don't think many people would have picked Salisbury to win that one. Adelaide Blue Eagles
top of the table, yeah.
Looking to be the team to be the next to come to the NPL as it stands. And one of their main providers of goals played for Croatia Raiders last year in that grand final, was a pivotal part of the season, Ricardo da Silva. Now applying his trade with Blue Eagles and looking to get them back up into the top flight.
He's a promotion medal hunter, eh? Trips to Marden would suit me, that's not too far away. Let's hope they come up.
He's a lovely stadium for football. Of course, past few years has also been home for Adelaide United women. Has played host to a couple Australia Cup games.
I went to a World Cup qualifier there in 2004. Australia-Fiji. Tim Cahill was playing. In fact, I think he'd only made his debut in the March of that year against South Africa, from memory. And then there was a tournament held in 2004 in Adelaide at Hindmarsh Stadium in Marden, a bunch of World Cup qualifiers. So there was probably like 300 or 400 people there. It was played on like a Wednesday afternoon or something. Left work and went down, and it was great. Frank Farina was coaching the Socceroos at that point in time, and they were just about to become magical. That golden generation were just coming through.
Well, the times have changed, most certainly.
I remember them all standing in the car park waiting after they came. All the Socceroos in the car park waiting for the bus to turn up to pick them up and take them back to the hotel. They were probably staying in the backpackers at that point. Yeah, changed times indeed. Couldn't even get a ticket for the Matildas this time around.
Another score update, 43rd minute. Salisbury have scored another to go up 3-1 against Blue Eagles. A huge shock brewing there in State League 1. Salisbury themselves on the side who got promoted as well from State League 2. After what was a magnificent season in that division for them last season out.
Johnny on the camera today, so you'll be getting high quality images and shots coming through, but he's got his eyes off his chips, hasn't he? So
he's one to eat, isn't he?
While his back's turned, let's help ourselves. As Raiders look to build up on the left hand side again. Match fairly even, I think, over the last 5 or 10 minutes. Not much in the way of attacking in that final third from either side. They're getting up to the penalty box, and then it's sort of the attacks sort of peter out. So just a bit of a midfield tussle just now, 5 minutes before half time. If you've just joined us, it's 1-1. It's been a good first half though, isn't it?
There's certainly had periods where both sides have had their part of dominance. You'd say Para Hills Knights probably having a bit more of that than Croatia Raiders.
I just think it took Raiders a long time to get going. The first 15 minutes was all Para Hills Knights, then Raiders came back in a little bit. Knights eventually went up to that 1-0 lead. And that just seemed to fix things for Raiders. They just seemed to get their act together a bit, and then they pull one back through Radici, and it's a fairly even match now. Just took Raiders a while to get going.
Header needs to be won there, is so. And again by Hassan, touchdown by Kurukvamana. Now Oliveira. Muhatsira. In his closing stages of the first half. Looking for the ball for Masawi. Wasn't going to get to it. Easily claimed by Vincent Barbary in the goal. Thompson. Oliveira making his way through. Conant. Oliveira again. Looks for Harrison Conant.
Yeah, just piece it out, didn't it, in that final third. They get into the penalty box and it just sort of breaks down, but nice build-up play until they get there. But I think for both sides over the last 10 minutes, that's been the passage of play. Just get to that final third into the penalty box and it doesn't quite work out. Para Hills Knights might rue some of those early chances, you know, when they had that early pressure in the first 15 minutes. I mean, Raiders have only really had the one shot and goal and scored from it. But Knights have had a few efforts and just not managed to capitalise on it, so they might be the more disappointed of the two for not taking advantage of those opportunities.
Here's what you say, shot on goal. Wasn't too much of a shot so called when you think about it.
Effort on goal. Effort? I reckon he scored with his back as well. I don't think it.
Look at that.
Yeah, I don't think it was his head. It might have been his back.
Bisasa deals with final 30 seconds of the half, not including additional time. Will be for Para Hills to take this throw.
Decent little crowd here, as you can see in the camera there. There's a good few hundred people here, maybe even up to 1,000, so good crowd for a Saturday afternoon.
Ball comes in. Falls to Conant. Looks for the strike on his left foot.
Didn't quite get his body shape right, sort of hit around the ball there rather than over it. So yeah, shot goes out quite harmlessly for a goal kick.
Into additional time here at the Croatian Sports Centre. Just approaching 4 p.m. here in Adelaide. Comets versus Mulberry Jets, 5 p.m. kickoff today, just across the road from here at Service FM. And at 6, Adelaide Olympic at home to Metro Stars.
Game after game after game, eh? Fantastic.
It's only one league.
Yeah. Yep.
Smith. Masawi. In the final stages of this one. Gets cleared away. Kurukvamana. And that's the halftime whistle here at the Croatian Sports Centre. 1-1 between the two sides. Quite a quiet reaction from the crowd, I must say. Whistle went, no noise from anywhere.
Yeah, quite subdued, I think. You know, look, it's been a fairly close encounter. It hasn't been, it hasn't been the most exciting of games, but we certainly had the chances. I think Para Hills Knights will rue those early opportunities. You know, I think they had the chance to maybe go 1 or 2 up really early on in those first 10 minutes and didn't really get their goal until sort of 15 minutes. But all that did was coax Croatia Raiders into action, and they played a more structured game after that and pulled the goal back at the time, maybe against the play, but not since. I think it's been fairly evenly balanced since that second goal went in, so over the last sort of 15 minutes or so, close game.
Paul Radici with the goal for Croatia Raiders, and Ahmed Masawi with the other goal for Para Hills Knights. Interesting approach before we go for the halftime break. All the Para Hills Knights players having initial chats on the pitch. Very, very interesting. Sure, we'll talk more about that once the second half commences, but halftime here at the Croatian Sports Centre.
Get your school holiday football fix these April school holidays. With tailored football development sessions for all. Filled with skills, games and fun from accredited coaches. With options of single days and multiple camp days. The Football South Australia April School Holiday Camps. Sign up now at footballsa.com.au.
It's never too late to improve your strength, balance, well-being and independence. Our Strength for Life program encourages all older South Australians to start moving and enjoy an active lifestyle, make friends, build strength and inevitably age well. Strength for Life sessions are offered in almost 100 locations across South Australia, with new sites opening all the time. Check out the COTA SA website to find your nearest location.
Strength for Life is an individualised program which is delivered in a group setting. We aim to keep older South Australians connected with their community, preventing social isolation and also keeping their bodies strong, flexible, managing falls and keeping them engaged. We're super excited to be partnering with Football SA at this state-of-the-art location. It's a beautiful venue. It will really benefit the local community through the Northfield and Jepps Cross surrounding areas to be able to access Strength for Life. And together we are working to improve everyone's futures.
Croatia Raiders time.
Right out, goes top corner and is in.
A captain's contribution for Luke Klimek.
Written in the stars for Nicholas Bucco.
Oh my God! It's another one for Montbridge. It's Fabian Barbiero.
Your NPL champions, Adelaide United.
Here come our two sides. The bar has been set. It's a great run from Kyra Cooney-Cross.
Turn under pressure.
Here come the Socceroos again. Good one on the right foot, and the Socceroos have the breakthrough. What a goal! The Matildas are running amok. Opens up for the shot. Sinclair up the double. There's the gut. Australia head over heels about this superstar.
In their first goal there, but now we look here to kick off between Flinders and Adelaide Comets. McDonald Hall. Ball comes in. Sugihara gets the touch. Captured there by Molino. Comets getting another opportunity. Answers as of yet, but Flinders doing well to hold their own. The effort from range. Oh, wow. An unbelievable finish.
What a goal.
Comets will be facing Western Strikers of the WSL. We'll just hold off on that now while Adelaide Comets look to get forward. Sugihara. Opportunity arises for Flinders, easily caught by Chekowitz. Having the effort from range. Inter not having a great start to the season. Flinders looking like a completely different side from last year. Comets with the opportunity. Cleared away, falls to Nicola. We've got a few players. The ball just needing to be dealt with here.
Yeah, happy for Liv. She's one of the most hard-working people I know, and just let that play out. Yeah, she's one of the most hard.
Nicola. Ball through. Hazelwood. Great save just to keep it out by Molino. Concedes the corner, however. Through ball for Nicola. Has it wide again through Hazelwood. In plenty of space. Has the shot. Captured by Molino. Hankins looking for Hazelwood.
Jeez Louise.
Ball delivered in. Headed away to Beale. On the edge of the box. Has the shot.
Oh my gosh.
Bethany Beale with the equaliser. And you can't say they didn't deserve it. Unbelievable. Can't complain. Ball comes in. Headed away. Referee has the whistle to his mouth.
Wow.
And full time. Flinders with that late equaliser through Bethany Beale. Seals the point. And you'd have to say that'd be a point gained and 2 points lost for Adelaide Comets after holding out for so long.
Get your school holiday football fix these April school holidays. With tailored football development sessions for all. Filled with skills, games and fun from accredited coaches. With options of single days and multiple camp days. The Football South Australia April School Holiday Camps. Sign up now at footballsa.com.au.
And the future is orange for Strathmore. Flinders are in the lead. Rachel Quigley. Oh, that's absolutely brilliant.
LA Comets to 2023 premiers.
Saved by Pomeroy. They had to go the distance and then some.
Italian derby tonight. I think that's why they've got us on here, haven't they?
Yeah, I reckon they've looked at our backgrounds and thought, let's get these boys on. But we'll go through the starting lineups of both sides, starting with the home side, Adelaide City. Number 4, Arok. Yeah, it's one of his first chances here for Adelaide City. Paddy Carachia. He's come on in the first 5 games so far this season. So it'll be interesting to see what he can do from the start here. And I'm sure he's playing there. And then obviously you've got on the Campbelltown side, Josh Murray coming against his former team in Adelaide City. And you've got Alexander Woodlands, Joel Allwright as well. James Buff obviously misses out tonight, but he was a former City player as well. As we see them kick off. Nips past the rock, whips one in. Marino. Matsumoto just past the post there. First chance to Campbelltown kind of Eels, so maybe that's the avenue for them so far in this game. It's Bressan now. Near post this time. No header. Cleared off the line. It's Karachia who gets the goal and opens the scoring here for Adelaide City. Scoring his first for the club, Connie. Maury, though, he's away here with Stokes. Goes first time, Maury. Just past the post. Didn't probably connect on it as he would like, but counter-attack here from Adelaide City. Marino, no foul, says the referee. Mark Marino's in behind. Chips him. Just past the post. What a chance for Campbelltown. Good triangle play though. Matsumoto, Maury again, picks it up. Maury, is he tripped? Referee says yes, and it's a penalty for Campbelltown.
Fairly easy decision for referee Daniel Faulkner to make.
It's Alex Mullen now looking to extend his lead as the top scorer in this fixture. Alex Mullen, the captain. Top corner, equalised for Campbelltown City. 1-1 here.
An absolute rocket into the roof of the net.
Couldn't find anyone. Jake Halliday now, does he wind up and shoot? He does, Jake Halliday! What a save from Oshenham. I could see him winding that one up from a mile away. But 4 of those goals were for Adelaide City against Campbelltown. It's a goal from Josh Murray. City's boy is Campbelltown's man. And he gets the early goal for Campbelltown to put him 2-1 ahead. What a volley into the top corner from him. Murray slipped in behind again this time. He's going to look to square it. He does square it to Marino! And he's scored his 5th goal against Adelaide City, Mark Marino. And they take an unassailable 3-1 lead, Connie. Centre Funty in the wrong area, unfortunately. Adam Piscineri lines up. Oh. Off the crossbar from Adam Piscineri. Fantastic strike from him, but he couldn't get it to dip all the way down. And good tackle, though, on Matsumoto. To deliver with his left foot, he does. Not a dangerous enough area though, and it's straight into the hands of Woodlands. Good fight though from Bucco there. That's secured the 3 points for them. It's also a red card in that West Torrens Bacala vs Cumberland game. And there's full time here at Adelaide City Park. And the away side has come away in the derby with a 3-1 win, and some excellent goals here from Campbelltown City.
Welcome back to the second half here between Adelaide Croatia Raiders and Para Hills Knights. 1-1 at the halftime break. Ahmed Massawi getting the first for Para Hills Knights, and Paul Radici getting that equaliser for Adelaide Croatia Raiders. An interesting second half to come along. I'm your commentator, Seb O'Neill, joined by David Grant. David, what should we expect for the second half, do you think?
Well, I guess, I mean, that first half sort of ended in a fairly even tussle. I think both sides will have been given the message to lift their game and try and get the better of their opponent. But a very even match, I think. You know, in 1-1, maybe a fair reflection of play. Each of the teams went through periods of ascendancy through that first half, but neither dominated the half as a whole, I would say.
If you were to look at the stats, I would say Adelaide Croatia Raiders are perhaps quite lucky to be on the score sheet. Only the one goal for the entire half so far. Good ball to Conan. Puts it on to his left and finishes. Good save by the feet of Barbaro.
Yeah, it was a good stop, wasn't it? He put his left foot out as his body went to the right-hand side. And it was a good stop by Barbaro, but Conant found himself in space there, didn't he? And he's got his hands in his head now because he's probably thinking, I should have maybe done a bit better with that. But yeah, the half-time stats, as you were saying, they kind of show that Croatia Raiders have been more constructive and certainly going up forward. And it's been a fairly even match, I would say, but maybe just in that final third, Croatia Raiders have just had more in terms of efforts on goal, and that shows in the stats.
Ball to come in from Oliveira. The header not reaching anyone.
Yeah, the statistics have made a bit of a liar of me, haven't they? Telling everybody how even it's been, and then it comes up and says only one shot on goal. But, you know, for me, I think Raiders, I mean, they were slow to get started, but once they got started, I think they did okay. You know, they just didn't have anything in that final third, and that one effort and goal has been the only one they've scored. But that's not to say that they've been good elsewhere, you know, in midfield or of equal measure to their opponents in midfield and defence.
Just strolling his way through there was Mohatira. Kimishima, the former Yokohama F. Marinos Jr., who now coached by Australian Harry Kill, just made it to the AFC Champions League final, where they'll play Hernan Crespo's Al Ain. A repeat of that Champions League final in Istanbul, Crespo versus Kiel.
Oh, it's kind of strange to think about it, isn't it? Was that 2005?
I think so.
Yeah. Kiel didn't last very long in that game. Did he come off after 20 minutes or so?
Yep.
Yeah. How old were you in 2005?
-1. Ball through here. Busasa just collecting his player at the end.
So you wouldn't remember much about getting up early in the morning for that one. I remember getting up for that one. I used to get up for them all at that time. I kind of
gotten old.
Yeah, I've got old. I like my bed too much nowadays.
Good football here. Conan, I think, might be offside. Isn't deemed so. Conan can make a run. Has Oliveira on the right. I'll be honest, I thought Conan was pretty offside there.
Well, I'll share your honesty and say that I thought he was too, but the linesman was level.
Mateo puts the ball in. Dealt with for the time being. Headed towards the face of goal. More score updates from around the ground. In State League 1, Vipers FC 2-0 up over Fulham United. Plenty of shocks happening in State League 1.
Vipers, bottom of the table against
Fulham,
who are about third or fourth.
So Fulham and Blue Eagles both losing at this stage. Thrown on the far side. Headed down by Oliveira. Losing the ball there. Looks like as well that Adelaide Croatia Raiders have made a substitute at half-time. Jai King-Burnt seems to have made his way on the field at half-time.
And I can't see Callum Campbell.
One of the players you were talking about that didn't seem to really make any impact in the first half. Busasa gets past. Good tackle in there by Hassan. Ball to come in. Lovely header for Smith. Conant now on the edge of the box. Puts it wide. Husseini. Can't find his way through as of yet, Conant. I think coming off the back of Lansana Smith.
I think it did, yeah. Good build-up play by Para Hills Knights, but I mean, Croatia Raiders defending, they were superb. They were back in numbers. They were all behind the ball. They looked structurally very good. They were all in position, and I think you have to commend their defending there.
Good initial turn by Conant there. Murati. Oliveira makes his way into the box, gets past. Cleared away in the end as far as Katsuyoshi Kimishima.
Yeah, it was just a touch too much, wasn't it?
Mateo gets past. Kurukwamana is chasing him behind. Still running for the ball. Kurukwamana does well. Ball's kept in. Conant.
Didn't even concede the corner, did he? That was great defending. So both sides have come out defending really well. That's the first thing I can observe, yeah. And it does look like Callum Campbell is the player that's been taken off for Jai King-Burn. Campbell did look a little bit out of sorts through that first half for me, and I think I made that comment, but I hope the decision wasn't made because of that. Just struggled, I think, to get into the game, and he looked a bit frustrated. He picked up a yellow card in that first half as well, and he just looked a little bit frustrated as well. So interested to see what the change will do. It looks like Jai King-Burn has moved into the same place that Callum Campbell was playing, so it doesn't look as much of a change in terms of the formation. Playing in midfield and just held slightly back, although maybe not quite as deep as a 6, where Reece Thompson still resides.
Good battle there from both sides. Para Hills winning the throw-in. Ten minutes into the second half now. Kimishima getting pressured. Just has to clear away, does Felix. Back to Yuto Ikeda. It's countryman now, Kimishima. Ball looking forward. Corner.
Taken short.
Ball comes in. The cross. Conant gets on the end of this one. He'll race forward. Lovely touches there. 10 against 10. Late challenge from Kingburn. Of course, Callum Campbell also was on that yellow card in the first half as well. Could be a part of why he was substituted.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, he was on a yellow and he did show signs of frustration after that, so it might just, well, it's obviously a straight swap, because I think Jai King-Byrne's in the same position as far as I can tell. For Raiders, they look like they're playing 4 at the back, and then at least 1-6, maybe 2, depending on whether they're attacking or defending at that point in time. At that point in time, as Conant gets the ball now, Para Hills Knights look to try and build back up again. Oliveira.
Looking for the ball central and over the top, but not really working out. Barbaro just has to clear to nothing.
Again, the attack's broken down as it comes through to that sort of final stage and peters out, and the other team, Para Hills Knights, now win possession. It's been the same up the other end though. Just as the teams get into that final third, into that penalty box, it just sort of breaks down. But here's Croatia Raiders now coming up on the right.
Too much weight on that ball for Kingburn to get on the end of. Will win the throw.
Easily identified by his mullet, isn't he? Stands out a mile, Jai King-Byrne. Don't need a number in the back of that shirt.
Good ball from Zafridis Mateo!
What a finish! Opened up his body beautifully and hit it to the far post, just into the inside of the post. Beautiful finish, but what a through ball. Cue the disco music.
Stefan Mateo had no one on him. And the ball from Zafridis was pinpoint. So was the finish from Stefan Mateo.
Oh, 2 great balls. Yeah, Zafridis' through ball was super. Mateo's finish, wonderful.
On the hour.
It's like Croatia Raiders' second shot on goal. Something like that.
Spoke about earlier, this is a team that likes to score against a team who perhaps not like, but does tend to concede quite a few goals per game.
Yeah.
Perhaps that's that just coming back to bite them. Losing the ball out there again. No foul. Conant. You might see this game just starting to come back to life. Oliveira. That strong challenge. Oliveira now. Edge of the box. Ball's there. Comes in. Cleared away. Para Hills Knights still with the ball. Kimishima.
And your goal scorer for Adelaide, Croatia, Katsuichi Kimishima, Adelaide, Croatia 2, Para Hills 1.
Ball over the top. Conant.
reckon there's still a couple of goals in this, you know. I don't think we've seen the last of it, so don't go anywhere, folks. Still half an hour to play. And Para Hills Knights, for all of their build-up and all of their pressure and all that hard work through the first half and those first 15-20 minutes of that first half, are now 2-1 down. And they'll be kicking themselves.
Would you even say they've probably been the better side for the majority of the game?
I think through that first, I think they started the stronger of the two. So I think over that first 15 minutes, that first third of the first half, if that makes sense, I think they probably were the better side. I think it took Croatia Raiders a long time to settle and get into their stride. But I think once they found their stride, they looked okay. So for the rest of that first half, it was a fairly even contest. I think this second half has kind of opened up fairly evenly, but it's just that Croatia Raiders have had that chance. And Mateo's put the ball through as Radici comes up on the right-hand side now.
Ball looking at the back post for Basasa. Doesn't win the header, but will chase after it. But the strength of Muhatira to not let Basasa anywhere near that ball.
They're finding the space, though, Croatia Raiders again. You know, that's the second time I think this half they've just found that space. The first led to the goal. Second opportunity there, they just created the space out on the right-hand side. Radici's cross was, well, there's nothing wrong with the cross, but I definitely got one for Basasa to get up and head that one in.
Goal kick for Delengis, who himself hasn't had too much to do this game, but still is somehow on the end of a 2-1 scoreline. Conant. Husseini couldn't get that one through. Kingburn looking for the ball over the top now. Mateo chasing down. Him against Felix. Goal kick for Delengis once again. Oliveira. Rise Murati. Looking forward for Smith. Has to go against Zafridis. Has an assist to his name now. Conant on the edge of the box. Takes his option in Husseini. Has the strike on his left foot. Nothing comes to.
Navarro on the Croatia goal has shown us he's only got a right foot, and I think he's been tested a couple of times and almost found out there.
Basasa against Muhatira once again. Well, it's hard to be an attacker and go against someone who has strength and pace on their side. Kingburn furthest forward. Can be dealt with in time.
Don't think he looked up, did he? He's just hit a cross over there into the middle and not looked up. I mean, there was absolutely nobody there. Basasa was in the vicinity, but certainly nowhere near where the ball ended up, so that was poor, disappointing.
Conant. Thompson just putting forward. Kimishima now. Came over from Adelaide City this season, which at the moment seems to have been a pretty good choice. Para Hills Knights just warming up their substitutes. Do have Abu Hussein on the bench. Number 9 for them, just coming back from injury. He could possibly be the one to make the impact from the sidelines. Back down in State League 1. Score is Salisbury United 3, Adelaide Blue Eagles 2.
How long's left, you know? Putting you on the spot, I'm curious.
67th minute goal for Blue Eagles there, so 20 minutes to go.
Time enough for that to change.
Ball back with Delengus. Smith against Decatur. Battle there. Kimishima. Zafridis. Gets past initially. Can't do for a second time. Wins the ball back, however. Kingburn has an option on the wing, instead goes for the strike himself. Hassan just getting in the way.
He only had one thing in his mind there, Kingburn, as he got the ball and found himself with a bit of space, and he struck it really well. Whether it was on target or not, we'll never know. But good to see him having a pop from out there.
Entering the box now. Radici puts the cross in. Hits the top of the net, nothing more.
There was a shout for a corner, but it was very vague. Good pressure by the Croatia Raiders there as the ball attempted to be played out the back by Para Hills Knights. They want a throw, but they do have a player down. Is it Busasa, I think?
It is, I think, perhaps maybe trod on by Muhatira. Well, battling for that ball. Busasa perhaps hasn't had that spark he has had in the past few weeks in his matches. All players are bound to have an off game, but he's definitely one to look out for the more the season goes on. Zafridis. Busasa now on it. It's past 2 there. Ball comes in from Kimishima. Client receives on the edge of the box. Busasa just losing a shin pad in back play.
Great piece of chest control there by Hassan. It was nice to see him chesting it down to Clark before he ran away with it. Ball was coming in at pace. That's a sign of confidence when you're doing that in your own penalty box. Tried the nutmeg there, didn't he? A little smile on his face as well.
Busasa and Oliveira exchanging words. Busasa does tend to wind up his opposing players, as we've seen in the past week. Did it against Nick Booker at Adelaide City. Did it last week against FK Beergrad. Does tend to have a thing or two to say.
Yeah, gentleman's discussion there. Obviously a difference of opinions in an earlier incident. But they're still going.
They're still going on. Exciting to see how this one will play out.
Keep your eye on that, folks. And Oliveira's just back from suspension, isn't he? So he's the kind of player that, if you were playing an underhanded game, you might try and wind up a little bit. Because if you're going to get a reaction, then obviously that might be quite an underhanded tactic to take on, and maybe I should be discussing it or encouraging it. But if I was a player out there,
the dark arts.
Yeah, the dark
arts of football.
If I was a player out there, and it's exactly the kind of thing I did when I did play. You find the guy who's maybe not got the temperament for it, and you just have a little niggle at him. All in good spirit of the game. Johnny King Burns put himself around a bit since he's come on at half time. Croatia Raiders number 23. Ooh. That was. Oh, there we go. To be honest, I think Oliveira raised his elbow to Bisas's throat first, and that was dangerous. That's an opinion, that's just what I've seen, I think I've seen. Linesman hasn't seen it, referee hasn't seen it either. Bisas's mistake is to then go straight for Oliveira in full glare.
You saw it coming as soon as that happened.
Yeah, in full glare of the camera. But that was a bit nasty by Oliveira, I felt. It looked like a raised elbow to the throat. I could be wrong, and I'm happy to be proven wrong, but that's what it looked like to me. So.
Andrew Kite just chatting to the both of them. And I think, to put it in simple words, just telling him to cut it out.
I don't like to be critical of referees, but I think I would have probably... Well, what does he do? He's missed the first one, so he can't, if he wants to book them both, he can't book the first one because he's not seen it. But I think both deserve the yellow card. We're up here in a cosy commentary box, you know, it's the luxury of replays and so on, so easy for us to make that call. But an element of nastiness there. Keep your eye on it again.
Thrown on the far side. A double sub for Para Hills Knights. Jack Matsoulis and Abu Hussein to come on in place of Harrison Conant. And also get confirmation on that second one. Cara Felix, the other one to go off. 15 minutes to play here at the Croatian Sports Centre. Oliveira looking to put the cross in, wins the corner. This corner for Para Hills towards the end of this match. Corner comes in, captured by Barbaro.
Not convincingly, not first time. It sort of slipped through his hands like a sooty grunter, which is a fish. But he made sure the second time once he got a hold of it, didn't he? But maybe a little bit uncertain, but as the cross came in. Smith just gets in the way.
Oliveira wins that one against Kimishima. Ball to no one there.
Yeah, good use of the body by Oliveira to win the ball, and then he sort of gave it away a little bit. So have another go, here's the ball back, but good use of the body to win it. He's sort of dominating that holding midfield, that sort of defensive midfield goal just now.
At the time now as well, looks like we won't be seeing that battle between Oliveira and Busasa as they, or at least Busasa at least, has seemed to switch over to the other side.
Yeah, I think that's been a very good tactical decision, I would say.
Good ball. Kimishima has Burn as an option. Good save by Delangas to keep out of third.
Yeah, I think right decision by both players. You know, go down the left-hand side, Kimishima, and then get the ball across to Burn. And I think Burn hit the ball okay. Maybe scuffed it a little bit, but he gave it a nice, tricky bounce. But good save in the end, I think. Delangas. I think if Croatia got another one here, it would probably kill it off for Para Hills. There's only 15 minutes to go, and Croatia Raiders get a goal from this point on. It would be hard to see Para Hills coming back.
In swinging corner, headed away. Busasa chasing this one down to keep it in possession for his side. Zafridis. Not sure whether a cross or a shot, but captured by Delangas. Either way.
It's becoming a little bit overcast now. I thought they might have had the lights on by now. As the daylight hours sort of become less as we move into winter. Lasana on the left.
Smith puts the ball in. Did say as well, all three of these fixtures between these two sides played last year in State League 1 had at least one red card in each of them. The first game went to Para Hills, second went to Raiders. In the final, Para Hills got those 2 red cards late on in the match. And it certainly seems like the thing could continue.
Yeah, there's an element of sort of frustration or feistiness or something that's crept in here over the last sort of 5 or 10 minutes. So as we head into the last sort of 10 minutes, we're interested to see how the game closes out. There hasn't been that many bookings, though, has there? We've only had 1 yellow in the first half to Campbell and a couple of other reprimands. But there is an element of feistiness about this. Good to watch, though. I like that. Here's someone going down with cramp on the side that's 2-1 up, 10 minutes to go. Got some information on their heads-to-heads over the last 7 years. Would you like a wee lowdown on that? Here we go. Okay, so they've played 9 times. They played each other 9 times. Croatia Raiders have got 5 wins in those 9 engagements. There's been 1 draw and 3 wins for Para Hills Knights over the last 7 years. So Croatia Raiders have, in recent history, had the upper hand in this. And that was the same in the finals when we were here for the finals towards the end of last year. And it looks like that pattern might continue today. Para Hills Knights, as I mentioned before, must be ruining the early dominance they had and the early chances they had, that they didn't put a couple of those early chances away in the first 15 minutes.
First touches on the ball there for the substitute. Oliver Trimpoli seems to be a bit of a super sub for Croatia Raiders. Tends to score once he comes on the pitch.
You've probably just jinxed him. Yeah, okay.
I think we nearly got taken out there, to be honest.
Completely unnecessary, but never mind.
Definitely is there a slight element of frustration in this final 10 minutes.
Do you think they'll finish with 10 men in the park? With 11 men in the park? With Sasa on the right-hand side now.
Lovely footwork from Basasa. Ball not good enough to Kingburn.
Final ball let him down, didn't it?
That ball too, way too much weight on it.
Story of the day.
Ikeda getting pressured. Soulis just headering out. Ball looking forward now. Trimboli on the left foot. Just curling. I think took a deflection as well.
Yeah, it looked like a scuff shot initially, and I don't think he did make great connection with it, but it's obviously had taken a little knock as it's gone out for a corner, which Croatia Raiders will take now on the right-hand side. Raiders now just looking for that killer punch, the goal that will make it 3-1 with 8 minutes to go. It'll surely kill this game off.
In swinging corner, headed away. Well, throw to Croatia Raiders. Substitute to come now for Para Hills. Zach Baxter to come on the pitch. Was an unused substitute in the State League 1 Grand Final last year. Alongside Jackson Merritt, who's also on the Para Hills Knights bench.
Baxter was a used substitute last week, though he did come on last week, so...
Ball to come in. Looking for Smith, a bit too much on it. Saeed Hosseini to come off to confirm that for you as well. Real battle for the header there. Hussein Maradi. The finish! Ahmed Missawi with the double! 2-2 in the final 5 minutes.
Goal hero for Para Hills Knights, eh? And again, the ball's just slipped through the fingers of the goalkeeper like a sooty grunter. To use my earlier analogy. It is a fish. But yeah, well, didn't see that coming, honestly. I thought Croatia Raiders had the command of this. I thought maybe they would just ride this one out, but some comeback by Para Hills Knights. You know, when you look at the match statistics, it's probably a fair reflection of play that we're at 2-2, but maybe even Para Hills Knights should feel they should be in front, but killer blow with 5 minutes to go.
Interesting thing about 2-2 draws this weekend. Thursday night, a 2-2 draw between FKB Greg and Campbelltown. Last night, a 2-2 draw between South Adelaide and Croydon. Friday, 2-3, but along the similar lines.
I don't think any of us have got our tips right this week. We have a little social tipping comp, and I don't think we'll get any of them right, have we?
Smith. Well, certainly no 6-1 today.
No, who would pick 6-1? No, but I don't think at this stage of the season, you know, you don't normally pick a lot of draws. You know, you kind of expect teams to be in a place where they're coming into games and trying to get wins. You don't. I wouldn't have picked a lot of draws this round.
These are two sides who actually haven't had a draw yet this season either.
No, and I think if I refer back to my earlier statistics, I've only had one draw between them in the last 7 years. So the last 9 encounters, only one draw.
Good news for us up here.
Oh, yeah.
Hopefully there will be that winner to add some extra spice. Ball forward. There's 2 balls on the pitch.
2 balls forward, yeah.
Referee still plays on and decides to...
Well, he's just ushered it another 5 metres further on, isn't he? Oh.
Ball comes in. Chested down. Shouts of handball, but nothing of that. Yeah, and Kurukwamana fouled there, winning the free kick. Sides can hardly seem to be separated this weekend.
No, it's tight. I mean, even the league table's tight, isn't it? When you look at the points difference between first and I think the first 3 teams are on about 15 points, and then the next 2 are on 14, and then there's a couple on 13, and before you know it, you're in the lower half of the table, all separated by about 3 or 4 points. So it's a very tight competition, but that's what makes it magic.
Smith. Kurukwamana has Smith on the wing, looking for him. He'll receive the ball now. A lovely turn. Abu Hussein on the ball. Has the finish. It falls nicely to Zach Baxter to try and make his impact from the bench. What an opportunity there for Para Hills.
Absolutely. What a save by Barbaro. Hey, save of the day, that one, because that was the chance to win it, really, with 2 or 3 minutes left. Wonderful save.
Another opportunity here for Para Hills to get a winner. Has plenty of options in the middle. Corner, perhaps not executed well enough. Thrown for Para Hills. 9 shots on target to 3 from Adelaide Croatia Raiders.
Well, that's a statistic that speaks volumes, isn't it?
Masawi can still be looking for his hat-trick this afternoon. Free kick.
I think it was. A few afters there. Referee's gone in to sort it all out, but yeah, definitely free kick, and interesting spot, you know, just at the edge of the area, maybe 4 or 5 metres out from the edge of the area. Just the right distance to get lift and then dip on the ball. And it's Oliveira who's poised over the top of it. What a fairy tale ending this would be.
90th minute into additional time.
The Para Hills supporters group, the Para Hills Knights casuals, have all made their way up there behind the goal. So
4-man wall for Adelaide Croatia Raiders. Will be Oliveira to take. Oliveira! Well stopped by Barbaro. They'll look to launch quickly. Mateo goes backwards. Kimishima. Thompson. Kurukwamana just applying the pressure. Thompson still making his way through. Muhatira against Trimboli. Still battling for it. Trimboli wins out for the time being. Now Busasa. Knights with the ball now. Both sides just turning over the ball. Neither of them can keep it. Mateo. Zafridis puts the ball in. Needs the finish. Side netting.
Wonderful first touch control there by Trimboli. He's taken the ball down beautifully before he's had his shot, but it would have been a very tight angle for him there. He wouldn't have had much to aim for, so side netting's probably what you'd expect from there. But an exciting finish here. We move into the 93rd minute, and Croatia Raiders have a corner on the far right. Who knows what will happen here, Seb?
Corner comes in. It's a good one. Another corner.
Keeper's missed the punch altogether, and the ball's must have come off a Croatia Para Hills Knights defender, off the top right of the bar and out. Here we go again.
A good corner, first time out. Can it be for a second time? It's decent.
Another corner.
Another corner. How many chances can they have?
Delangus must have just got his fist to that just before it went over. Now he's being crowded out.
Just a little bit of hustle and bustle to be dealt with by the referee in the middle there. Third corner in a row. Needs to be a good delivery. Comes in. It's not bad. Falls to Kimishima. Will look for an option. Goes all the way back to Ikeda.
Rebuild. That's what they're doing. Going to rebuild.
All the way from the back, though. Barbaro launches forward. Busasa winning that header. Oliveira getting the touch on. Smith. Fourth minute of additional time here. Ikeda. Busasa really has to run.
Good on him for the perseverance, though. To get the ball down, to get down there and chase it, and really put the pressure on, even in the 95th minute. Shows a desire. Busasa is showing a desire that they still want to get something out of this, characterising the rest of the team.
Kingburn looking for the flick-headed.
Corner. 4.
Para Hills will be kicking themselves if they concede from a corner. Here it is again. Corner comes in. Decent delivery. Noel was at the back post. It's another corner.
Keeper's missed it again. 5th corner in about 4 minutes.
We still play here at the Croatian Sports Centre. Has to be almost time, you think, surely. Let's see how this one turns out. On the right foot, in swinging.
Oh!
They're claiming it's gone in.
Corner.
Corner again.
Man, what a finish. Oh.
Corner number 9 for the match for Adelaide Croatia Raiders. They nearly made that one count. The Raiders bench will be thinking, surely now. Surely this is the one.
Yeah. I mean, the law of averages suggests that one of these should go in if he takes so many, right?
No one at the back post for Croatia Raiders.
That's a packed penalty box, though, as well. I mean, every player's in there bar one.
Referee definitely keeping a close eye on this. '97th minute. Ball comes in. Punched away. And you'd never believe it.
Oh, he's given up on it.
He's given up. No more corners, no more game. Full time here at the Croatian Sports Centre. 2-2.
It's unfinished, wasn't it? I mean, towards the end there, it was kind of edge of your seat stuff, and maybe it would have been good just to have had one more corner. But, you know,
I think at this point we were getting too greedy already.
No, a great game. I really enjoyed that. You know, I think both sides will be leaving the park feeling its points dropped. I don't think they look at it either way. I mean, Para Hills Knights maybe more so because they had the opportunity, they had more shots on target as the statistics now show. But I think both sides will come off there thinking, it's points dropped rather than anything else.
Well, eventful into this one at the Croatian Sports Centre. 2-2 in the end. A double from Omid Masawi, Paul Radici and Stefan Matteo with the two for Croatia Raiders. Not a bad afternoon, David.
No, it was a great afternoon. I'm glad I came out. I thoroughly enjoyed that. You know, it was a game that had a bit of everything. There was a little bit of aggro in it. There was goals in it. So, yeah, and two very closely matched teams producing a very tight contest. And, I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Absolutely. Cannot wait for more football across this weekend and the weekends to come. David, thank you so much for joining me this afternoon.
Thanks very much for inviting me and for having me along. Loved every minute of it.
Absolutely. We'll see you soon for more football. Full time here at the Croatian Sports Centre. Adelaide Croatia Raiders 2, Para Hills Knights 2.
Let's get Shavap's.